Hi, I'm Thrifty Tim, and this is weekly reads, my weekly reading update, and I know I didn't make one last week. The thing is, I got busy doing some stuff last Friday, and it totally slipped my mind. So I figured I'd do it on Saturday. Well, Saturday morning my wife wanted to do some stuff, and then after we got done doing that, my daughter works for the Rockford YMCA, and they were doing a trunk or treat for at one of the Y's locations, and so we went there to seeing how it was going, and we ended up helping her out, and it was warm, upper 70s that last Saturday for October. That's unusual. If it wasn't get up to 80, it was at least in the upper 70s. Well, anyway, my daughter we were going to stay till lunch, but see, my daughter, she started after a while, she had to go have a drink and sit down for a while, and so my wife and I were helping out with the stuff, and anyway, I started feeling like, or I needed to sit down and have some water, and so, anyway, and a little later I started having a headache, like the beginning of a migraine, and unfortunately, yes, it ended up being a migraine, and but we didn't get home until like 8 or 9 that evening, because we had gone to our daughter's for a little bit after that, and I spent time with her cats and stuff, and then she wanted us to watch some stuff with her, and then she ordered pizza and some other stuff and from a place, and well, anyway, before we got home I was feeling lousy, and so I changed and went to bed right away when we got home, and then Sunday I was in bed sick all day. Sunday, Monday I was up for a little bit, but I couldn't stay up to be sitting for very long, because the migraine, and well, I should also say on Sunday I was running a fever some too, so. But Monday I was feeling, couldn't sit I tried sitting, but I couldn't sit very long. Okay, and I still wasn't feeling up to par yet on Tuesday. That's why I didn't have my live stream on Tuesday. So here we are. We're a week later. So you could say a little over a week later, but I'm still into, well, most of the books I'm still the same, in the same books. See, the first one I'll show you is The Sum of All Fears by Tom Clancy, by reading of the Jack Ryan series by Tom Clancy. Well, I'm actually working at reading all his books that I have, and books I don't have, if I can find that them, like if they're to fill a hole in a series or something, I'll check you with the library. But The Sum of All Fears, this book is 914 pages long. I've read through page 150 in here now. So I have under 800 pages to go in it. Okay. Then the other one, which is Herman Wouk. This is one Remembrance, and this is a sequel to the Winds of War that I finished reading like a couple weeks ago, and this one is after is covering the stuff after the United States had declared war, and so far I've read through page 65 in here, so but it's a pretty good book too. It's like I said, it's historical fiction that takes place during World War II, following a Navy family. Okay, then the other book that the book that I got done reading. See if I can even get it to come up on here today. My tablet acts up on me at times. Okay. Okay. Waiting for it to come up. Okay, it's still taking its time. Okay. Yeah, it came up, but it came up at the end. I finished Adele Doring at boarding school, like on I think it was Tuesday night, Monday or Tuesday night, and so now I'm about to start. Okay. This is the other one by Grace May North. The picture looks like this because I have it on for me to. That's easier for me to read. And it's getting hard to see this now because of. Okay, there we go. Well, that book is Adele Doring at Vineyard Valley. This is the last of the Adele Doring series, if I remember right, and so that's what I'll be starting later today or tonight. So I don't really know anything about this one. I had to download the PDF of it from the Library of Congress because it's on in Project Gutenberg. I figure with the same type of problems with the other Adele Doring one that I think it was Adele Doring the Ranch. I can't remember if it was that one or what, but so that's what so that's what I've been reading and stuff. I haven't really been spending much during the past week, especially with the way I've been feeling. So so that's all I have for you for this time. So I'll be back next on this coming Friday for my for another reading update. So until then, take it easy and keep on reading.